For a while, I defined myself as a phantom cyborg because I had this phantom effect of feeling the vibrations inside the body.
Welcome to Season 4 of Art and Technology. I'm your host, Roddy Schrock. Today I'm joined by pioneering artist Kurt Hentschläger and cyborg artist Moon Ribas. The question we're going to be looking at today is, are we redefining perception through sensory art? Sensory art uses and prioritizes our sensory experience of the world across our receptive fields. Kurt, since the 1980s, you very much focused on how to expand our sense of perception through various sensory media. Could you talk a little bit about your work in those early days?
I come from an architectural and then fine arts background, and the onset of what then was called personal computing and just the digital makeover of the planet happened to start at the beginning of my adult life. And so I got into that, and just physical excitement. The main thing that I'm really invested in is the idea of immersion. I think it really means to create settings where you're not looking into something, you're entering another sphere. And in my particular case, these are like hybrids of physicality and virtuality.
Moon, your approach is to essentially expand our sensory perception to the realm of tectonic shifts.
I kind of accidentally became a cyborg. I'm a choreographer and a movement researcher. And then I guess as a choreographer you can keep creating movement, but there's also other type of movement that we cannot perceive. And through this research I knew that if I unite with technology I could get closer to this more imperceptible movement. And then it's when I start to explore this relation between myself, technology, and how to approach this more imperceptible world.
How has that relationship to society's understanding of technology impacted your work?
I've seen how the planet has been transformed, and in the process of it has been diminished. As we're working towards this goal of complete man-made makeover of the planet we inhabit to our liking, we at least to the same extent ruin it. So as an artist, I sort of, in a way, disconnected mostly and built a garden. And that I found the most meaningful thing I've done in a really long time.
Moon, so much of your work as a cyborg is about finding new connections to nature. Could you talk a little bit about what it is that you're actually sensing with this augmentation of your body?
For almost 7 years, I have some implants that were connected to online seismographs. So whenever there was some seismic activity on the planet, I would feel a vibration inside my body, and I call this the seismic sense. And then I realized that the Earth is constantly moving, and I thought it would be amazing to be united to this huge and natural movement, and most of the time imperceptible. But actually last year I took them out. I'm 100% organic again.
You went back to the garden in the way that Kurt did.
Exactly. No, it was because when I took them out I could still feel the vibrations because I had it for so long. So it's like that I added like a new beat inside my body. I not only had the heartbeat, but I also had the earth beat, that it had its own rhythm in myself.
Hyundai Motor, connecting art and technology.